Maggie Place.
Taking over for Taryn Batterton. Place with a 2.89 ERA, 15 appearances, 43 2/3 innings pitched. That's second on the team, only behind Batterton. She can really eat up some innings if she has to.
Nolan to Gonzalez. Nets is 0 for 2. Freak to 30 games. Infield redux stand out in that department. When we saw Florida here, you just watch for about 2 innings and you think, boy, this is a very capable defensive team. People get hung up all the time on batting statistics, and then you get the good teams, and now the Lopes are among them. When you go on the road, you play somebody, they look at you and go, man, this is a good team. And part of being a good team is making routine plays.
And you mentioned it earlier, Tim, how the Lopes don't commit many errors. That's what enables these routine plays to really be routine, keeping it clean and not making easy mistakes on easy plays.
Pretty good pitch. Didn't get the call there. Count goes to 3-1. Outfield straightaway. No breeze. Beautiful night. Full count. On deck, Emily Shep. Stoddard grounded into a double play in the second inning, an acrobatic double play started by Nolan, the shortstop. Lovey to Gonzalez. Side is retired. On the infield again. Bottom of the 4th inning, Lopes will come up when we return. And going against Miranda Stoddard. Stoddard with 1 complete game. Ground ball to short. Beal again.
Kept busy. A whole lot of 6-3, 6-3, 6-3.
That's the 4th one.
Mẹ bảo là con muốn nói, con muốn gì con phải nói sao? Con gọi mẹ như nào? Con bảo mẹ ơi con muốn.
Arizona 1, 2, 3, 4 as well.
Mama, ôm. Mama, mama.
We're in the bottom of the 4th inning with 1 out, and there's already been.
Phải bảo thì mẹ mới
What
biết
we
nhá.
say?
Phải nói mẹ mới hiểu nhá.
4 + 4, 8.
8 or 9 to look that up. One was a double play ball, fly ball to center. Back goes Shockey. She makes the catch on in the gate of Regan Shockey. Had that one under control. 2 out, nobody on to Jada Cooper.
The GCU fans in the crowd, they were ready to cheer for just about anything. Energy building in a close game here.
Well, just the infield single in the first, that's it. And that will be it in the bottom of the 4th. 3 up and 3 down once again. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. Maggie Place starting her 2nd inning of work. Taryn Batterton worked a scoreless first 2 and had 2 out, nobody on in the 3rd. And Arizona cobbled together a few things and came up with a run. Place pitched the 4th. That's where we are.
Achoo. Achoo. Achoo.
Emily Shep, Jenna Sniffen, Taylor Beal.
Chào bữa cốc của mẹ nhé.
789.
Ơi ơi.
We were talking about the rankings, scores of other games. Not much going on this Wednesday night.
Chị ơi.
Another ball to shortstop. My good too, but in the case of
Mạnh thế vỡ của mẹ
Grand
sao?
Canyon, tonight Ohio State played Youngstown State. And Liberty played North Carolina. And you look at those, you say, well, what does that have to do with Grand Canyon softball? Well, the Lobes are right between the two of them in the polls. And when you get ranked, you have a tendency to pay a little more attention to the folks that are in front of you and behind you. And Ohio State right behind GCU. Well, they defeated Youngstown tonight by a score 12-1. And Liberty, number 21, defeated North Carolina. Good win there. 3-1 final. So as the season wears on, and now you have some rankings that really mean something. Looking at the second half of the season, starting to jockey for position. It's worth noting what the other folks are doing. There's some good matchups coming this weekend. Popped up. Kirk puts it away for out number 2. And here's Taylor Beal. Beal walked in the 3rd inning and scored the only run of the game. Went to second base. And then on to 3rd on an infield hit. A little dribbler between catcher and pitcher. And then scored on the single off the foot of Taryn Batterton by Regan Shockey. And that's all the offense that we have in this one. 2 infield hits and a walk. That's the only inning when Arizona has had a base hit. We're in the 5th. Batting .382 coming in. Another infield dribbler. Another put out. Another inning in the books. Blaze has come in to retire 6 in a row. Bottom of the 5th inning when we come back. Stick around. Pitching change for Arizona.
New pitcher for the Wildcats, Aisa Silva. 2.45 for the ERA. 12 appearances, most of them from the bullpen in relief. 20 innings pitched, 5 walks to 17 strikeouts. Some good numbers for them from the hometown Wildcat.
More significantly, she's a southpaw, so a different look for GCU as we move deeper into the game. We had 4 scoreless delivered by Stoddard, and now Silva, the left-hander, goes to work in the bottom half of this 5th inning. Micaiah Gomez, Mia Weckel, and Tinley Lucas. 5, 6, 7 in the batting order. Outfield straight away. Grounded to the right side. Escobar to Nets. 1 out.
A lot of all-around athletes on this U of A Wildcat squad. A lot of depth.
Well, you're a top 10 club, you know. It's, what do they say? Not a one-trick pony. There's a bunch of pieces. That's what it takes. And it's all about whoever gets hot in postseason. And that is meant everybody has to deal with Oklahoma. Weckel stays alive by the slimmest of margins, just gets a piece off the end of the bat. 1-2 to Mia. Grounded to short in the second inning. Slower to...
Yeah, the ball died in the dirt on the first bounce. Forced a double clutch over at third. It was a bang-bang play. But even then, the Lopes are kept off the base paths.
Some big series with two ranked teams facing one another, like in this one tonight. They've got a 3-game series this weekend. There's 4 series this weekend where both teams are ranked, playing in 3-game sets as conference play takes over. From here to the wire, Texas Tech and South Carolina. That's 11 against 10. Lucas 0-1. LSU 4 against 19 Georgia in Athens. Well, that should be fun. Florida State 14 at Duke 13. And Arizona, number 8, according to some polls. 9 in others, 10 in others, or 11. They play at Arizona State this weekend, and ASU has emerged in one of the polls up to number 23. And the Lopes are happy to see that because they already have a win over ASU. Swing and a miss. That was power on power, fastball, good cut. Advantage, Silva. Count level 2-2. Full count. Well, if you're Grand Canyon, who do you root for that series? U of A against ASU? Well, that's really not too important right now, but we'll revisit that at a later time. 5 in the books, 1-0 Arizona. It's a dandy. Stay with us. Control of that department, 0.83, but Vickers 1.97 in 10 2/3. Good ratio in strikeouts to walks. Throw to first is dropped over there by Savannah Kirk, by Gonzalez back to Kirk. Arizona with the leadoff runner on. There's a bunt. To first we go. Shocking sacrifice with Nets to follow. So Arizona looking for some insurance. They lead by the narrowest of margins. It's 1-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Outfield straightaway. Big spot in the game for the Lopes. Trailing by 1 in the 6th. Two and 2 to Altmaier. Altmaier with 35 runs batted in. Tied for the team lead in that department. With Nets, who is on deck. So no let up. Vickers blows down Altmaier. That's the second time tonight Altmaier has been struck out. A big out. 2 gone to Nets. Shannon Hayes is going to make a pitching change and bring in the aforementioned Megan Golden. So it's all about matchups now. We'll take a quick break. Golden in the circle.
Pitcher for GCU, 42 innings pitched. She had a streak of 31 consecutive innings that were scoreless. That came to an end last game out versus Utah Valley, but she has been so dominant inside the circle for GCU.
Oh and 1. Nets 0 for 2, fouled out to left. Grounded to shortstop. Yeah, Golden, 31 consecutive scoreless innings. That's impressive. Lined to left. Weckel makes the catch. Good play by Mia to get there. It took her to her knees, but she made the catch to retire the side. Arizona strands 1. 1-0 when we come back. Pitcher for Arizona.
And that would be Devin Nets, who's been seen in the infield today. Devin, 64 innings pitched on the season, 3.23 for the ERA, 57 strikeouts. Lopes have been going with a lot of pitchers. The Wildcats are matching, not wanting to give any batter multiple looks at the same arm.
Now pitching for the Wildcats, number 34, Devin Nets.
Indeed, that is so often a strategy. It's a good one. So long as you have a 1-run game, of course, everybody that walks to the plate is the tying run. Kapa'a had a couple home runs over the weekend up in Utah. Certainly very capable. She has 4 total on the season to go along with her 15 runs batted in. Mackenzie Nolan. Then Savannah Kirk and Sydney McCray. The next 3 hitters are not home run threats. So GCU needs to put together an inning. Of course, some capable pinch hitters are available. Strike 3.
Pitchers throwing.
The only hit for Grand Canyon, the only base runner for Grand Canyon, was the very first batter of the game. Savannah Kirk, a chop to third that she beat out for an infield single. Since that time, everybody has gone out, and most of them have been on the infield. Kirk is next. Just foul outside of first. 2-2 to Nolan. Invariably, we get into games like this. Had a 1-0 game against Oregon that was in the 6th. A 6-4 game against Florida, down to the wire.
It's 9 innings pitched on the season, a 4 ERA, 5 strikeouts and 3 walks for the senior out of Benson, Arizona.
Darwin facing Sniffen, who is 0 for 2. Grounded to first, popped to second. Some outstanding play all night long by Lopes defenders, Arizona, 2-0. This has been everything we thought this game could be. Evenly fought, well played. Terrific pitching on both sides. Now the Lopes need a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. They would love to have Gonzalez reach because Cooper, home run hitter for the Lopes, is on deck. Gonzalez in a hole. Outfield straight away. And it's inside and hits her. So a break for Grinner aboard in the bottom of the 7th. Pinch running.
Haley Wolski will take the trot out.
Designated player Dana Cooper.
Well, a little drama. Cooper, who had 3 home runs
Number 16, Haley Wolski.
over the weekend, can tie it if she hits another. Outfield back a couple of steps. 1-1 to Jada. Cooper has the 3rd best batting average in the country among freshmen. .453 coming in. Bounce to the pitcher, grounded to third. 0 for 2. One hopper to short, second one to first, not in time. Cooper getting down the line. It's 4 on the fielder's choice. Cooper will give way to a pinch runner.
Batting right fielder Makaya Gomez.
Gomez, another long ball threat.
Macy Selfors.
Macy Selfors, the pinch runner for Cooper at first base. Gomez hits it high and deep to right and gone.
Ở nguyên đây, chị xuống ra đây tí nữa. Một chút nữa thôi mẹ xuống luôn đây. Mẹ viết nốt bài đó để yên cho mẹ tập trung làm nào. Đừng làm phiền mẹ, không lên đây tập trung làm đâu.
The expectations are what, Tim? Two top 25 teams, in-state rivals, and here we are down to the wire, bottom of the 7th, tied at 2. This has just been all-around great softball, great defense, great pitching, and the batters stepping up when time is winding down. This is just a great night of softball.
Back to work we go. Devin Netz touched up for a game-tying 2-run homer. Gets Mia Weckel.
Ready, catcher, Tinley Lucas.
Things have not gone her way tonight. Shannon Hayes having some words with umpire Mark Corus, objecting to the home plate umpire's decision. No balls and 2 strikes to Tinley Lucas. Lucas strikes out swinging for the 3rd. Well, we're in the 8th inning now, and I think there's a lot of folks here that didn't see this coming. Some sudden thunder for the Lopes in the bottom of the 7th. After a solo home run in the top of the 7th, a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 7th. Squares everything up. And back we go to the very beginning. Even game. How even? Well, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Arizona. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Grand Canyon. Can't get much more even.